everybody. Today we'll be reading The Little Prince, also known as Penimus. Anyways, we will continue on where we left off, and this is part 4 on The Little Penimus. Let's go and continue on The Little Prince. So if you tell them the proof of the little prince's existence is that he was delighted, that he laughed, and that he wanted a sheep, when someone wants a sheep that proves he exists, they shrug their shoulders and treat you like a child. But if you tell them the planet he came from is asteroid B612, then they'll be convinced and they won't bother you with their questions. That's the way they are. You must not hold it against them. Children should be very understanding of grown-ups. But of course, those of us who understand life couldn't care less about the numbers. I should have liked to begin the story like a fairy tale. I should have liked to say, once upon a time, there was a little prince who lived on a planet hardly any bigger than he was, and who needed a friend. ... For those who understand life, that would sound much truer. The fact is, I don't want my book to be taken lightly. Telling these memories is so painful for me. It's already been 6 years since my friend went away, taking his sheep with him. If I try to describe him here, it's so. I won't forget him. It's sad to forget a friend. Not everyone has had. And I might become like the grown-ups who are no longer interested in anything but numbers, which is still another reason why I've bought a box of paints and some pencils. It's hard to go back to drawing at my age when you've never made any attempts since the one of a boa from inside and the one of a boa from outside at the age of 6. I'll certainly try to make my portraits as true to life as possible, but I'm not entirely sure of succeeding. One drawing works and the next no longer bears any resemblance, and I'm a little off on his height too. In this one, the little prince is too tall, and here he's too short, and I'm uncertain about the color of his suit, so I grope in one direction and another as best I can. In the end, I'm sure to get certain more important details all wrong. But here you'll have to forgive me. My friend never explained anything. Perhaps he thought I was like himself. But I unfortunately cannot see a sheep through the sides of a crate. I may be a little like the grown-ups. I must have grown old. Every day I'd learn something about the little prince's planet, about his departure, about his journey. It would become quite gradually in the course of his remarks. This is how I learned on the third day about the drama of baobabs. This time, too, I had the Sheba to thank for. Suddenly, the little prince asked me a question, as if overcome by a grave doubt. Isn't it true that the sheep eat bushes? Yes, that's right. I'm glad. I didn't understand why it was so important that the sheep should eat bushes, but the little prince added, and therefore they eat baobabs too. I pointed out to the little princess that the baobabs are not the bushes, but the trees as tall as the churches, and that even if he and that even if he took a whole herd of elephants back to his planet, took a whole herd of elephants back to his planet, that the herd couldn't finish off a single baobab. The idea of the herd of elephants made the little prince laugh. We'd have to pile them on top of one another, but he observed perceptively. Before they grow big, baobabs start out by being little. True enough, but why do you want your sheep to eat little baobabs? He answered. Oh, come on, you know, as if we were talking about something quite obvious. And I was forced to make a great mental effort to understand this problem all by myself. And in fact, on the little prince's planet, there were as on all planets, good planets and bad planets. The good plants good plants and bad plants. The good plants come from good seeds, and the bad plants come from bad seeds. But as the seeds are invisible, they sleep in secrecy of the ground until one of them decides to wake up, and then it stretches and begins to sprout, quite timidly. At first, a charming, harmless little twig reaching toward the sun. If it's a radish seed or a rosebush seed, you can let it sprout all it likes. But if it's the seed of a bad plant, you must pull the plant up right away, as soon as you can recognize it. As it happened, there were terrible seeds on Little Prince's planet. Baobab. Terrible seeds. The planet's soil was infested with them. Now, if you attend to too late, you can never get rid of it again. It overgrows the whole planet. Its roots pierce right through, and if the planet is too small, and if there are too many they make it burst into pieces. It's a question of disciplines. The little prince told me later on, when you finish washing and dressing each morning, you must attend to your planet. You must be sure you pull up the regularly as soon as you can. Tell them apart from the rose bushes, which they closely resemble when they are very young. It's very tedious work, but very easy.